A recent order issued by the Kerala State Commission for Protection of Child Rights directing authorities to convert all educational institutions in Kerala into mixed schools by the next academic year has evoked mixed responses from various strata of society. Though there are hundreds of mixed schools in the southern state, as many as 280 girls-only schools and 164 boys-only schools are there in the government and aided sectors in Kerala, according to figures of the Directorate of Public Instructions. In a landmark order, the panel has directed the state government that there should only be co-education institutions in the southern state from the academic year 2023-24. While many hailed the order as a historic move to ensure gender neutrality in society and inevitable to teach the younger generation the first lessons of gender equality, several others strongly objected to it, saying there was nothing wrong to maintain separate boys and girls schools. However, government sources said the panel's directive was not of judicial nature but an advisory only. General Education Minister V. Shivankutty made it clear that this directive could not be implemented suddenly, as several mandatory procedures have to be completed before declaring an educational institution a mixed school. But he asserted that gender neutrality is the proclaimed policy of the LDF government in the state, and it has already made several steps to fulfill the objective. When some schools had requested for unisex uniforms, the government gave its nod for that. And as many as 18 schools have been made co-education institutions in the recent past by them, the minister said. To implement the Child Rights Panel's directive, several procedures have to be completed before that. Neither the minister concerned nor the government, but the school management and the Parents-Teachers Association are the ones to take such a decision first, Shivankutty told PTI. The consent of the respective local bodies and a clearance from a higher official of the department after inspecting the schools are also mandatory. The panel in its order directed to submit an action plan within 90 days. It is because of their lack of knowledge about the mandatory procedures. This cannot be implemented mechanically overnight, the minister explained. However, he vouched that the government would continue its gender-neutral policies in the education sector. Meanwhile, Rennie Anthony, member Child Rights Panel, said it is high time to ensure a gender-neutral atmosphere in the state schools. It is not at all enough to say that boys and girls are equal, but an atmosphere which helps them experience the gender neutrality should prevail in schools. Uniforms have been made gender neutral. I do not understand why the schools are not changed on that pattern, he added. Welcoming the panel's directive on mixed schools, a teacher in Vidura said co-education would help children to evolve as more confident citizens and make them capable of interacting in the outer world without much hesitation. The co-education system would help to achieve gender equality and gender justice envisaged in our constitution, the teacher added. However, Ambika Kumari Amma, a retired principal of one of the largest girls' schools in the state, strongly objected to the idea of turning all educational institutions into mixed schools, saying there won't be any special benefit due to the change. Changes are good, but its final outcome should also be good. No student is going to gain any special knowledge by studying in a mixed school, and no one lacks anything if they study in a single-sex school, she told PTI. The award-winning teacher also expressed concern about the in-house discipline of educational institutions if they adopt the co-education system all of a sudden. Gayatri Devi, a counsellor, however, opined that the mixed school atmosphere would help children to become aware about gender equality and understand the fact that all genders are equal. Both gender awareness and sex education are equally important in the present day. Absence of both these are the basic reasons for many issues we are seeing in the society nowadays. Let girls and boys learn and grow as responsible and confident persons in a gender-neutral space, she told PTI. Based on a plea filed by an individual, the Kerala State Commission for Protection of Child Rights had recently ordered the Principal Secretary, General Education and Directors of the Public Education and the State Council for Education, Research and Training to come up with an action plan to implement co-education in all government schools in the state. A detailed report on the implementation of the co-education system should be submitted to the Commission within 90 days as per the order. An action plan should be prepared by them to stop the exclusive schools for girls and boys in the state and implement co-education in all institutions functioning in the state from the academic year 2023-24, it said. Besides implementing the co-education system, physical circumstances and basic amenities, including toilets, should be improved in such schools, and parents should be given awareness on the need for co-education, the order further said. However, this is a topic that will be seriously and widely debated in the coming days also.